far away are you? There was another broadcast. It's spreading faster than they thought. You should be here.
I heard it. Just sit tight, sis. I'm coming back as fast as I can. Mother... Oh, shit! Maggie.
Please don't. Are you there? Hello? Please be okay.
Whoa! Ah, shit! Whoa! Helen! Oh, the truck's wrecked. I'm okay. I'll get to you.
Into the Dead 2 is an infinite running game from developer Pickpock for iOS and Android mobile devices. Players will play in the first-person perspective of a man named Henry, who is trying to find his family after crashing his truck and being overrun by zombies. Into the Dead 2's graphical presentation is actually rather impressive, with well-produced cutscenes and satisfactory voice acting. However, if something sounds too good to be true, it often is, as the game heavily encourages subscriptions and microtransactions, with regular prompts to purchase in-game resources with real money, which significantly marred an otherwise great experience. An infinite runner is basically what it sounds like. It has the player take control of a character who is constantly running from the start of the level to its end, and they have the ability to move side to side to line up kill shots and avoid oncoming zombies. To do this, the player equips a main and backup weapon, and ammo is acquired for these weapons by running over clearly indicated supply crates that have green light and smoke emitting from them. This setup allows for tensions to rise when your bullets are running out and hordes of zombies are accumulating in front of you, leaving you no choice but to hopefully dodge quickly out of the way as the zombies try and grab you. Into the Dead 2's touch controls actually work well most of the time. There were a few instances where I needed to change direction quickly or I would try to veer sharply, but my fingers would slide out of the touch control zone and steer me right into a pile of zombies or cause me to miss the supply crate I was depending on collecting so I could survive. Other than those minor mishaps, the controls were actually quite responsive and they carried out my inputs well. Tapping the right side of the screen fires your equipped weapon and allows for swapping between the main and backup weapons in your arsenal. Firing at zombies and landing kill shots is easy enough, and it's indicated that your shot will be accurate when your equipped weapon jerks in the direction of the closest zombie. When moving side to side, these shots can miss, but it's more accurate than it's not. Into the Dead 2 has many weapons that can be obtained and upgraded to increase their damage stats, and this is where our evil friendly neighborhood microtransactions come in. Most of the time, when a run is completed, the player is prompted to either pay for a monthly subscription fee, or spend your hard-earned real money buying in-game resources in a lovely pay-to-win fashion. The monthly subscription fee is $11, and the resource transactions range from $6.99 all the way to $69.99, which is obviously the best value. Into the Dead 2 also flaunts extremely powerful weapons that you can purchase at the cost of $6.99 to $13.99 in the form of a shortcut instead of grinding the levels day after day after day. These upgrades are basically mandatory on the later levels as the enemies become more powerful. Not only does Into the Dead 2 shove microtransactions in your face and dangle powerful weapons in front of you, but it also rewards you with randomly generated loot boxes at the end of each completed level. This sounds good, right? Wrong! You'll get an offer you'll likely feel you can't refuse. Watch this video and you'll get to open another loot box. And yes, it makes you watch an advertisement for another game to get your loot box. This left a bad taste in my mouth and my spirit violated. After everything, I'd had enough. To top this off, you have a limited resource called Stamina, which is used to attempt runs in story mode. And when you run out of stamina, you can no longer play the story mode unless you purchase some with your precious gold. And if you don't have gold, you'd better go buy some. When you're tired of the story mode or you run out of stamina and don't feel like spending your money on more gold to buy more stamina, there are daily trials with a specific objective that changes daily. The trial that I played was simple. It was to kill as many zombies as I could on an endless run with an extremely overpowered shotgun that made me wish for just a second that I'd spent some money on this game. This mode was more entertaining than the story mode itself, and it rewards you depending on how many zombies are killed before you meet your own demise. After the run concluded, I was offered to buy the shotgun I was just using in the trial for only $13.99. Well played, well played. Into the Dead 2 looks great on paper. It's a free first-person shooter infinite runner with great graphics for a mobile device, and it has tight and responsive gameplay. It is truly evident that Pickpock has put significant polish into making this title. However, I would have been much happier to have spent a small amount of money for access to this game instead of being constantly bombarded to spend money on resources, weapons, and monthly subscriptions. Don't get me wrong, Into the Dead 2 is a good mobile game, but buyer beware, it is a pay-to-win model that will leave gamers frustrated if they're unwilling to dole out their hard-earned cash for weapons and in-game resources.